like when I saw recently where the person carried several sachets, several sachets of tomato paste, right? Guess where this person put them in? You will not believe. The person put them inside the baby carrier. Inside the baby carrier. How do you do that? But anyway, that's not the issue. So the point is not those people who come in that steal that the problem. Is those who you have at your business to help you make money that are the problem. I've had stories of people who have bars. Those of you who have bars and lounges, you probably will attest to this, that one or two occasions, you probably have your sales girls or sales boys or your barmen, whatever you call them these days, who would bring in their own product. You see, this is why the stealing is very, very vexing, that particular type. You see, you pay taxes. You pay to Riwama, you pay RIRS, you pay all your levies, whatnot, and then you are meant to sell drinks. Like say you are meant to sell soft drinks or meant to alcohol, beverages and stuff like that. Then one of your staff members decides that, this our gas fridge can hold 20 bottles. He has only bought 15. The person goes, buys his or her own bottles, puts in the fridge, and sells them at the rate you are selling them. The person is not paying tax. The person is not paying salary. The person is not paying money. Is not buying diesel or petrol for the generators. The person will not pay for the electrician to come and fix the lights and the air conditioning. The person will not even give tips to other workers for coming to work and doing a good job. No. The person goes around stealing right under your nose. So when you come to work, you find out, you have 15 bottles or 15 crates of drinks. You've sold all of them. But you are still seeing drinks in the fridge. So, on this Pokey Talk station this morning, we are asking, hopefully we will be sharing some vital information from those of you who are businessmen and businesswomen. How do you deter? How do you prevent theft at your workplace? Whether it is the stealing, outright larceny of your goods, or it is scheming, how people do off the top, just take a little while they replace it with something that's exactly not, or maybe even robbery in some cases. How exactly do you deter people from stealing, particularly your workers?
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
Numbers to call 017-923-0002, 017-923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. WhatsApp and Telegram available on 08090306416, 08090306416. That's why you send us your messages. Please don't call that number. All right. 08090306416. Then Facebook and X, that's Twitter by the way, at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH. That's where you find us. Facebook and X at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH. This morning we're talking about theft deterrence. Your business right now, a lot of people are having a very difficult time trying to make ends meet, trying to stay in business, to keep the business flowing and floating at the same time. And then you don't want to have the experience of having theft at your workplace. It is probably one of the most vexing scenarios anybody would ever have. After paying bills, after paying fines for whatnot, and all the other challenges that you get to experience here in business spaces, whether it's here in Port Harcourt or outside Port Harcourt, and then someone whom you have paid to do a job now decides to steal from you. Nothing is as vexing. absolutely nothing is as vexing. So once again, numbers call 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. There is a call screener, please, just in case you just join us for the first time. When you call and you get to hear someone's voice that doesn't sound like mine, just drop your name and your location, and then we'll be available to have a conversation with you. All right. Good morning. The numbers of car theft in Port Harcourt is too much. Just yesterday night, they broke into my younger brother's car by breaking the windscreen. Wow. When we noticed, they came out with our dogs and neighbors. They ran away and left their slippers, right, and sandals there. Stanley from Port Harcourt. Okay. So that's a burglary, right? That's even at your home. That's even at your home. What else can you do? You're lucky you have dogs. Stanley, you have dogs. What are people who don't have dogs? What do they do? But once again, let's put our attention, towards the business places, deterring theft from businesses. I'm very sure I was expected to hear something like this. Someone calling about, they stole something in their house. But no, at your business places. Well, Christian is on the line this morning. Before I get to hear from Christian, this one says, good morning. The best way to deter theft in your business is to be there at your business. Nobody should start the business and just leave it for people who you pay to run your business. If you don't pay attention, they will rob you blind. Christian is now order. Christian, good morning, please.
Good morning, Mr. G.
Good morning.
I'm going to this morning. Not only in a private sector. What about the ones that pass budget? The federal government are still paying them. They pass budget. That is one. What about the ones that government are paying that people workers? It's everywhere. Everywhere.
So how do you deter it, right? Oh dear. Oh, Christian. Okay. So I understand the narrative, right? There are thefts in government parastatals, private places, yes. But, remember when, what administration was that? Was that the Buhari administration when the TSA was introduced? Remember that? Single treasury account? That was a way to reduce theft in the system. Did that work? Some said there's some progress. 92.3, we'll be back after the break. and it's a pleasure being here with you. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking about theft, and we're looking at theft at business places. Now, my question is this: what steps do you take to prevent theft at your workplace? Now, did you know that employee theft is one of the most serious problems facing small business owners globally? In fact, in the US, according to the National Federation of Independent Business, NFIB, an employee is 15 times, just listen to this, 15 times more likely than a non-employee to steal from their employer. 15 times. So a lot of people who are the floor managers, who are the cashiers, who are the cleaners at your business are more likely to steal from a client. Now someone just walks in. When you have thieves literally living and working with you, it creates a totally different set of rules. The question is, what are those rules? And what steps should you be taking to prevent them from stealing from you? So you've heard, I don't know if you have, but I'm guessing a lot of you have. You've heard of people who said, oh, this guy used to be my employee, my employee. Now he has left. He stole my client. He stole my client. Now, I don't exactly know how you steal clients, but yeah, I understand the narrative that, they may be able to lure some must use to what they do. It's not unexpected people to do this person. But when the person is working with you, working for you, and then the person starts to pilfer from you. In fact, I would go as far as say it is a betrayal of trust. It truly is a betrayal of trust. But let's find you, small, maybe even scale owners of businesses, how exactly do you mitigate theft at your workplace?
The views and opinions shared on this present the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
So 017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. Those are the numbers you can call. Please do well, turn down the volume of your radio set, refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments, don't make unsubstantiated or non-verified claims. So very importantly, please, don't make inciting statements. Keep your comments civil, straight to the point. KISS. Keep it short and sweet. Now, on WhatsApp, we have the number is 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. Facebook and X at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH. Walter is on the line from Rukwaku.
Yes,
Walter,
yes,
good morning.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning.
Yeah, Jude. Yes, it's easy to detect theft in your working place. That is, if you know. It has happened to me, my workers. So when they sell, at the end of the day, we'll make an account with the POIs they use, the printers. At a point, money I expected from the bank that they're supposed to bring alert to. So when they bring alert, it's not up to what I expected. I reported to the bank, that the money I'm supposed to get, I'm not getting it. These bank people, they are good sometimes. In fact, they are good, some banks. Then they asked me to bring all the printers.
Okay.
Jude, I went with the printers. They sorted it out that these guys were rogues. They are rogues.
Yeah.
The printout, that one that's supposed to go, the customer that's supposed to go, they collect it. After making accounts, they use that one again to still make accounts. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Okay.
Double accounts.
Okay.
They dictated, and the POS, they are the same date, the same time, the same amount of money. It was bank that dictated out all these things. I didn't know. If I did report to bank, I didn't know. So they fixed out this thing. When I came back, I called them. Dude, they confessed that they were doing, and somebody told them this thing. Somebody that is close to my business.
So now that you know this,
my brother.
Wait, Walter. Now that you know this way that they can steal from you, how do you go about preventing it from happening? What you've learned some lessons, right?
Yes.
Walter?
What I'm doing now. And before a customer, when they want to give it, they will tell us. I just told them I need only one printout, not two. Either the customer own your holding or I want just to work one printout. I don't need two. That's the way, they don't do it. They get, in fact, they are not working with me again.
Oh, so you let them go?
I stopped them because in fact, my business was going down. I didn't know for almost 4 or 5 months. I didn't know.
Give me an estimate.
This thing. I didn't know.
Give me an estimate, Walter. How much do you think they stole from
now,
you?
It's only one printout. I only two.
Okay. Walter, before you go, let me ask you, give me an estimate. How much do you think they stole from you?
My brother, it was over 150.
And were they able?
It was over 150.
Were you able to get the money?
Paying 5,000 every month. I said no, they should go.
So you did
that happens to my business.
You did not report them to the police. Did they refund your money to you?
My brother, I didn't because if you go to police now, police will be asking unnecessary questions. So I avoided that. I don't want to go into police.
So you just let them go.
The relations came and was begging, I said, well, they should go. They should go with the money, no problem. Because I want people to know this. They got this idea from somebody, and maybe they have been doing somebody somewhere this type of thing. Maybe.
Okay, all right, Walter. Thank you very much.
If it's not a bank, I wouldn't have noticed this.
But Walter let them go. Well, that to me is another problem. No, look, no one is saying that. Yeah, you should, humiliate them. Put them on blast somewhere. Put their faces all over the place, and ask for 20 years in prison. They stole from you, but I have to be honest. Sometimes some of the things that some employers and employees will go through, may just be deserved of a very heavy punishment. Speaking of employers, now we are talking about theft, but it has also come to my attention that some employers, not employees now, some employers, as the bosses, are also stealing from their employees. Some employers are also stealing from their employees. Some virtually robbing them blind. Imagine a position, right, that the going rate is meant to be 100,000 naira as salary. Some of you employers, you are making the money. The person is making the money. You decide to pay this person 50,000 naira. Darlington is speaking to us from Ada George. Darlington, good morning to you, please. Welcome to Hello Port Harcourt.
Good morning, Jude. How are you doing today?
Very well. Thank you for joining us, Darlington. Oh, wow. It's, wow. Okay. All right. Apologies, Darlington. Yeah. Friday is in Abara. Friday, good morning to you.
Morning, Jude.
Good morning, Friday.
Yeah, talking about theft in our workplaces. I think why people do not seek justice is because of our judicial system. And that is one challenge they should pick up and make sure that they sanitize our judicial system. Like the last caller said, he let the people go.
Yeah.
Why did let the people go is the
Hello, Friday. Friday. Hello, Friday. Oh, apologies. Zion is on the line. Zion is speaking to us from GRA. Zion, good morning to you. Good morning, Zion.
How are you doing?
Very well. Thank you for joining us, Zion. Have you experienced theft at your business place or your workplace?
No.
Interesting.
Answer is no. You see, in some cases, in our business places, we, the boss or the business owners, we are so greedy.
Greedy.
Greedy and selfish. We don't want these people to eat from us. We don't want them to benefit from us. It's just me, myself, and I. And these people will work off their time, their heart, as they look their blood. All we are looking for to get us the money, after all, I'm paying you. It's very bad spirit. Why? Give them money as transportation. Surprise them with a meal. Ask them questions. How do they manage? Now, this fuel subsidy now, how on they carry they come work? Can you increase their salary? Or can you subvert their transportation? We are talking about security. Security is not about carrying guns. It's not about sending soldiers. No. Security is about the mental state. If you can deal with the mental aspect of man, you have captured him. Most of us that went to school, we did not join cultism or get ourselves involved into negative vibes on campus because our parents have written a program in our mind. If I catch you here, join it. You see now, when you write the program into the mind of these staffs, they will not steal your money. Rather, they will protect your money. For instance, if you are into restaurants like what we do now, can you allow them their breakfast, their
Interesting.
lunch,
Okay.
their dinner?
Okay.
Can you allow that?
But you know, Zion, I understand that makes a lot of sense, Zion, and I'd like to keep you on the line for a minute or more too, because it makes a lot of sense. But the reality is, it's not easy. It's not just in Nigeria people are complaining about inflation. Almost everywhere in the world, there are only about 8 countries that are having inflation in double digits. So how do you manage that?
Do you know today we spend billions in security in this country as security votes? If we have used that money 10 years ago, 20 years ago to empower these people, I don't think we should spend such money for security votes. People look at our private life. Most of the money people spend as ransom to pay ransom from kidnappers. If they have used that money to take care of on the street, nobody will go and kidnap them. Most of the kidnappers are informants. They are informants. The man don't come or you have to come. In family, they are sleep on the come.
Wow.
Informants. But if you have engaged all of them, if a person bring that kind of go kidnap that man now, or when I go there or our shaman, look at this moment. They have protected you with that money. So is it wise to protect them on time when they attack you? Consider trauma you will go through. The
Okay.
abuse and the assault. Oh my goodness me.
All right, Zion, thank you very much. Emmanuel is in Okrika. Emmanuel, good morning to you, please.
Good morning. My name is Mario from Africa.
Thank you and welcome, please.
I want to talk to the area of lawyer, Philip unemployed. Sorry to say, it is very common in the government.
It's very common in the government.
Especially in the local government. Now, I work in the local government.
Okay.
Before going on retirement. I know what I'm doing. I'll give you a big example. Pay start. The council will deduct it from their salary.
Okay.
And they will not release it to the appropriate authority.
How do you know
Now,
this?
when you will, yes, I will tell you why I know that. It's when, as a civil servant in local government, you have something to do, and they say, bring your tax paper. And you go to the tax court. You say, you work in social place, and if you pay your tax, you bring your pay slip. They will say a local government area have not remitted to it for the past 10 years.
Wow.
Which means their tax is not sent to them. And they will now they are facing the matter. But you did that in urgently, you will pay together class. There was an experience of my colleague that wanted to run for election. I needed to present 3 years tax clearance. So as a civil servant, you can assume that he has been paying tax from his salary.
For a salary,
for the past 3 years or 5 years or 10 years. But he has to go, when he went to the board of Canada to get tax, there's no record to show that he has been paying tax.
That's terrible. Oh dear, Mano. That's terrible. How does that even happen? We have a caller, an anonymous caller on the line. Good morning to you, please.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Yes, sir. I'm calling from Element.
Okay, all right. And we understand you want to remain anonymous. Go on, please.
I understand. Still have to say, still in the place, whether by the employer or by the employee. In our case, I work at Onen. Where we were working, we were just like slaves.
Oh dear.
Do you know that we entered into an agreement, contract agreement between workers and union? At a point, we reached a point, they say they cannot be able to continue with the workers. They want to drop their workers. Then they enter into the union and says they will not be able to keep a commission service. We forfeit 15% that was meant to go ahead to the management. But not up to 6 months later, the workers will now be dropped. That time aside, when it was our time now to be, the other thing I was given in 2020, we were massively dropped by our employer. And our entitlement was denied us. They said they are not going to show us an entitlement. Do you know what happened? We protested, they called us, that NSAS protester that not to enter their yard. But at the end of the day, when the security agent came, they discovered that what happened. What they have been paying other workers, they say they will not pay us. This thing happens at our name.
So
you can verify it.
Well, but the question is, have you gone through the lawyers? Have you gone through the industrial court to have your?
Yes, they have gone to industrial. Wait, the matter have gone to industrial court.
Okay.
We were asked to be paid our money, but now they take appeal against the judgment, and the matter is still paid now. Oh, now come tomorrow for the past 2020 to this year.
Wow.
We are not settled. And many of our workers have died. Many of us have lost our home. Many of us have lost our wives because of inability to take care of them. Only some of us that are probably to have women that can endure, are still endured. Since 2020 till now, my brother, many of us have been so. Some of us are in sickness that cannot be cared of because of our employer that we are facing. That is a pathetic story. It's happening in Nigeria because we don't have the system. We don't have government that is working. You report they will now they themselves will now say go to court. They go to court because our judiciary are not working. They frustrate us. So it's something that is happening everywhere. Casualization of call it pathetic. I don't know what to do.
It's vexed. Chris is in the Leland War. Yeah. Chris, good morning to you, please.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Chris.
Yeah. This thing has happened to me certain time, but to tell you the truth, to even going about to say, let me arrest. I arrested some for that, guard my wife and arrested the person. Do you believe that I was the one going to the station to eat somebody that stole from me? Somebody that destroyed something that worth close to 200 or 300,000. I was the one giving him food, by prison, to provide money to hire motor to carry him to this customary court, this court here by Element Road. I was even the one after the judgment, the police, PRO and the other court orders need to hire. They after the judgment, they are now abandoned the point that if I know what to do, I should pay some amount to take him to the the foreigner is in my custody after one court have ruled that the boy should send to the prison. Yeah. They left it, they abandoned it there. I have to pay money. Because they threatened me that if they look for the boy and they didn't see him in Kuje prison or in Borikri court, that they will come after me.
That's enough.
I am telling you, this one, the police girl that was working in that court told me that I should see my client. That they okay, are they the one to take me to Borikri? That they leave the judge there. You see them talking down the that I should take care of my client, that the judge have ruled that he should send to Brooklyn, that I am supposed to pay money for the transport. I pay the transport they bring from them, pay the boy food. What I did, I said, okay, I'm not interested again. Not interested again. So the reason why you see people, they don't want police and the court will do to you. You even regret to even sometimes you tell them to leave the arm over to go. So it's not good. What I experience, I cannot even advise my enemy to arrest somebody to court.
But that's the thing, Chris. I'm so sorry to get to hear of this, your challenge. But how do you then protect your business if you don't report? And how do you protect your business if people are not punished?
What we do now, whenever we are shutting down, we pray and ask God
to
protect our business. Not security to protect it too. Because what they did, the experience I have before, I can't do that line. Where you be the one, they will call you. The boy have not eaten. Come on. I will from here go and buy food and give the boy. And see, if the boy start doing like this, they want to say, what will you should do? They say, if the boy die here, it's in your head. I still treat the boy. Say, oh yeah. The boy, that's how I left the boy. To me, and it was allowed Nigerian police and the court.
All right, Chris. Thank you very much. Okay, all right. It's a very, very sad story to get to hear, really, because how do you defend your business? This is how you're meant to make your money. Well, on Facebook, Tunde Oyedeji, that's at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH. So you send us your messages. Tunde says the worst situation is when you have your close relatives engaged in your business. They would steal from you till the business crumbles completely. Take poultry, for example. If you block them from stealing chickens, needles will be inserted to the chicken's legs and to start limping till it dies of unknown causes. You don't have family members. You have enemies, man. It will not be legitimately disposed. CCTV helps a little, but not completely. For your business to prosper, probably people need to take an oath of allegiance via juju. As people don't fear God, but they indeed dread voodoo. We are very religious but ungodly people. People steal from their employers because they want to get rich like their bosses, but not ready to go through the due process. So sad. Well, I don't know if I'll ask you to go and swear an oath, but hey. But you have a contract, and it's a bit of an oath. But whatever you should do within the realms of the law, I'd like to encourage you to do that. We'll take a break. News comes up your way in 7 minutes, and then Jude's Corner.